I see a notification. That means I'm being recorded. I mean, I'm probably always being recorded. I'm in the United States, so... I expect all the devices around me are listening at all times.
Indeed. Stream blinked. Blink, blink, blink. And yes, there we go. My ad has completed. And I hear myself talking to John. Fantastic.
I hear myself. I hear
the voices in my head. They've become increasingly external in the last few months. Indeed. All right. So I don't remember. Last week, were you already in Puerto Rico last week?
I was in Puerto Rico last week.
And we talked about it? Okay, good.
The internet connection in our place is really terrible. But I have managed to get a LTE connection, which is nice.
Right on. Yeah, I'm actually, I don't know. Yeah, you know what? And that's all coming back to me. I think we mentioned it, that I'm actually going to be in Puerto Rico after PAX. John is in Puerto Rico up to GDC. Then he's going to come visit us at GDC in San Francisco. And then I'm going to go to PAX. And then after PAX, I'm going to go home for like 3 days. And then I'm going to go to Puerto Rico. So we're going to miss each other by like a month. But we will be in the same thingy.
I will have lots of recommendations for you. Are you staying in like, where are you staying, in Old San Juan or in the hotel area, or?
We are staying in a resort of some sort.
Okay, so yeah, it's probably in like the sort of eastern part in the resort land.
Oh, good. I just got the go-ahead from Christopher.
Oh, good.
We'll let everybody know what the go-ahead is for a little bit later in the stream.
Christopher, activate.
Activate Christopher! I totally panicked him because I sent him a message. I was like, hey, we're about to go live. I want to know if I can do this thing. And he was like, wait, what? You're going live? We forgot to release the letters page today. I'm like, all right, relax. It's because we're streaming a day early. Like, even Christopher sets his watch based on the Sentinels live stream.
It's what makes the world go around, really.
It is. So the world is, we're actually living in the future. So if you guys enjoy what's happening right now, you know how your Tuesday is going to go. Because we're actually capping off Tuesday. It's not really Monday. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. So it's Tuesday, a.k.a. Monday.
What's up, Tuesday?
What's up, Tuesday? It's 7-ish, so that must mean it's time to welcome you to Sentinels Live. I know that some of you are confused. We did our best to message that we were changing the date for just tonight. That's it. It's just tonight. It's not a permanent schedule change. We did announce it last week on the stream, and we have been tweeting and Facebooking profusely ever since then, but as is the typical with social media, not everybody sees everything. So no, we are not rescheduling to Mondays. It's just that tomorrow is Valentine's Day. And my wife really wanted me to be home for Valentine's Day because she likes me, I guess.
Are you saying that you don't love me that much, Jeremy?
Well, to be completely fair, it was not just her saying, I want to be romantic with you. It was, let's do something fun with the kids for Valentine's Day for dinner, which is what we're going to do. Because the kids are now all old enough that they actually understand what Valentine's Day is and that it's a thing and that it might be like a fun thing. And, you know, for me as an adult, Valentine's Day is about romantic love. But for kids at their age, it's about, you know, love of any kind. It's about loving your mom or your dad or your friends or your pets or whatever it is. So
I choose you.
Exactly right. Exactly right. There's a horribly inappropriate sexual postcard on its way to you, John.
Excellent.
I'm just kidding.
It's very difficult to hit me with a postcard.
It's actually totally appropriate. Anyways, so yeah, thank you everybody for joining us around the digital tabletop while we play Sentinels of the Multiverse. The goal of these streams is, of course, to have fun while showing you how to play the game, as well as covering some strategies that can help you win. At Handelabra, we do believe in civil rights for everyone, and in being as inclusive as possible, so comments or activity that actively works against that goal it will not be welcome and it will not be tolerated. If you do enjoy the show, please do like, share, or follow, Please like, share, follow, and subscribe. And actually, I'm going to put another notice on our little like, share, follow, subscribe thing, because you should also follow us on Twitter at Handelabra, Handelabra, or check us out on Facebook.com/Handelabra, because we're actually going to be working with, in the next couple weeks, a pretty big streamer. Because we're doing what we can this February to get the word out on the Multiverse. We've already sold darn near 150,000 copies of the game, but we think that there are so many more people out there who would love this game. So we're going to be doing a huge promotion on a big streamer. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet. Mainly just because it's actually going to be a group of streamers and we're not exactly sure exactly which ones it's going to be. But we want you guys to follow us on Twitter and Facebook so you can see when we announce it, because we would really love it if you guys would show up at those streams and engage with the audience there. I'm sure there's going to be questions. We're going to be in the chat room. People saying like, oh, tell me more about this game, and showing that this has an amazing community who is really ready to sort of show people the ropes and get them into saving the multiverse would be super awesome. So keep an eye on our social media, because we'll be announcing when and where that kind of stuff is. Yeah, it's not Quill 18, unfortunately. But the average views is at a couple of zeros to our actual to our typical views, and that's maybe 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 extra zeros, and you'll get a feel for the kind of stuff we're talking about. Anyway, like I said, we do want to get as many people watching as possible and spreading the love of Sentinels, because we know how much you guys love it, and you know how much we love it, and we want to get even more people on board. As we are the developers, you can also be sure to get some insight into the process and maybe even see some stuff before anyone else, which I believe I just mentioned. Christopher just gave me the go-ahead for tonight. The game does include a tutorial that covers the basics, but as we always do our best to explain exactly what we're doing, when we do it, and why. I messed that sentence up. I made it sound like a dependent clause. Anyhow, depending on how long it takes for us to win or lose, we typically play at least 2 games in a session. The last couple times we've played 3 and 4 games because we've been playing the really tough challenge modes where you tend to win or lose pretty quickly. And streams are usually under 2 hours. Yeah, streams are usually under 2 hours. Hopefully, like last week, we won't go to almost 3. But maybe we will. Who knows? Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available on iOS, Android, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always on good old analog cardboard and ink. And you can get more info about the game at sentinelsdigital.com. All right, so as we've been challenge moding it, I think we'll just plug right on in and keep doing that. So I always hit new game. I always forget to hit online multiplayer.
You just want to play by yourself, not with me.
Honestly, the most I play multiplayer is on the stream. So I rarely play multiplayer unless it's like we just had a big launch and I want to go out and play with fans, because most of the time I'm playing on a test build. I rarely reinstall like the normal build, so it's just force of habit, I guess. All right, so let's kill that. And tonight we're going to take a look at one of the core game villains that we haven't tried yet on challenge mode, and that is Citizen Dawn. So as you guys all know, Citizen Dawn is the leader of the Citizens of the Sun, and her mechanic is basically that you got to knock her out, but she's got these citizens who can either hurt you, boost each other if you get several ones in the same sort of theme together. And some of her other mechanics have to do with if you get too many citizens in the trash, she'll flip over and she'll merge with the power of the sun, making her immune to damage until you get more citizens out, which can be really tricky. Her advanced rules on her front side increase damage dealt by all citizens by 1, and on her flip side, she does not flip until there are H+1 or more citizens in play versus H-1, so she got to get 2 more out before she'll flip back over. But then her challenge mode is Solar Retribution. Whenever a citizen card is destroyed, Citizen Dawn deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 fire damage. Now, tell me if you agree with this. I would consider this to be one of the more straightforward and frankly least difficult challenge modes. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it doesn't really change how she plays, just increases damage that she deals a little bit. So,
and especially if you're the kind of person who has a plan for dealing with Citizen Dawn, which, if you're operating on more advanced levels, typically means not killing citizens because you're trying to get her knocked out. It's unlikely that you're going to trigger this challenge.
It's definitely a bit more of a condition where, like, if things start going wrong and you have to kill citizens, it gets wrong faster.
Yes, I can see that for sure.
So if you can keep ahead of her, then it's good. But if it makes it, things go downhill a lot faster if they start going downhill.
Moloch Dude says, you really should have the stream bio have all the relevant links. Uh-oh, I should probably do that. I'm gonna make a note of that while you pick your heroes that you're gonna play.
All right, are we gonna pick heroes? with the intent of winning?
Yeah, let me know. Well, I'm making a card so I can just make sure.
Then I'll do that.
Update Twitch bio. Yeah, actually, that's a thing. So thank you for that, Moloch. Basically, when we sort of fell into doing Twitch, so ever since we sort of set it way back when, I don't think I've really spent a lot of time thinking about what it's supposed to be. So, okay, cool. So I appreciate those. I think because we've already shown one of them, I'm going to pop open Bunker here real quick. Now, obviously, we know about GI Bunker, and we know about Bunker Engine of War. Oh, you know what? We're not on that. Oh, shoot. I forgot to unlock it.
Do you want me to play? I can play it. I have it unlocked.
All right, why don't you play it? Yeah. So last week we showed off... is it? Yeah, I only unlocked the ones that I wanted to show last week, and so that's why I was like... Because I didn't want to accidentally show it. But yeah, I showed off Termi-Nation Absolute Zero last week, but John's going to show off Termi-Nation Bunker. We don't even get to see the picture here yet because I haven't unlocked it on the thing. So John will show you Termi-Nation Bunker. In terms of other heroes, let's see. So going against Citizen Dawn, you know, I think K.N.Y.F.E is probably one of my new favorite heroes. I have yet to play a game with her where she wasn't like an MVP. So I think I'm going to play K.N.Y.F.E. And we'll let the chat pick my second hero. Second hero for Jeremy.
I think you should show, if Richard's in the chat there, you should cycle through some variants and show how we fix the ordering so that now it always shows you the order of variants in release date order.
Oh, yes. So I was noticing that, actually. I was going through Bunker. So here's Legacy. There's Newest Legacy. There's Greatest Legacy. Yep, right in order, the way you'd expect. And I think that came up on a stream because we were flipping through something, and the Absolute Zero one we were showing off came out first. And someone had asked about, what's the ordering there? And I don't think we'd ever actually explicitly decided.
It was just sort of whatever order.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so Cosmic, Night Mist, Ra, Parse, Ra, Ra, Ra. Ra, Ra, Ra! That's fine with me.
Ra, Ra.
I got no problem with Ra.
You can put Haka last.
Alrighty.
And I will eat the citizens if I can.
Cool. All right, and of course, because we're playing against Citizen Dawn, I feel like Insula Primaris is a worthy choice, since that is, of course, where her home base is, the Citadel of the Sun. All right, so let's pop her open. So we talked about what her advanced and challenge rules are. Do we want to do just challenge, or do we want to do advanced challenge? What do you think? Okay, a.k.a. ultimate mode for the moment.
I think we can handle ultimate mode.
All right.
I mean, we can, yeah. Her advance is pretty tough, especially when some of her damaging citizens come out.
Definitely. And
but I think ultimate.
For the ultimate
we'll
test, you can battle the villains with both advanced and challenge rules enabled. Warning, ultimate mode is not for the faint of heart. Good.
Okay, you got the little pop-up.
All right. Bloop.
Ready.
I mean, this is a really beautiful picture of Insula Primaris, but... Oh, You've been disconnected. Oh, and now we're back. There it goes. I don't know. I got to hang for a second there. The world belongs to the citizens of the sun. Welcome. It's fair time for ye. I stand down. Thank you kindly. I don't know. I was just trying to phonetically... I know. I was just trying to read what exactly was on the screen there, and I did it very poorly. So
I don't see your icon on anyone. So if you get disconnected at the start of the game, it can be bad. We can see if maybe we can start the game and see what happens.
So I see me. Yeah, I see me and I see you, but I don't know. All right, let's start the game and see if it gets you caught up. And if not, then we'll restart. So I'm seeing Sweat, Hammer, Winter, and then a Blinding Blast.
Yeah.
All right, good. So before we do the choose for me, I'm going to go through my usual reading off what everybody has.
Try clicking choose for me and see if it works.
Okay.
Oh, it did. Oh, and there you are. Okay, so we're back.
We're back. All right, so...
We'll have another chance here because we're all going to discard. We can think about what we're going to discard.
All right, so K.N.Y.F.E opens up with a focusing conduit blade for the greater good, infiltrate and obfuscate, and primed punch. The new bunker, a.k.a. Termi-Nation. Actually, we didn't even pop him open, so Here is Termi-Nation Bunker. His new power is Modulized. Destroy one of your ongoing or equipment cards. If you do, you may draw a card, play a card, and use a power in any order. This is a crazy fun power to use. I played it in a couple test games, and I was really digging it. Especially putting like all three of the Termi-Nation characters together. I was trying various villains with the three of them, which was a lot.
There's lots of cool combos with mode cards in this new power.
Totally. All right, and he opens up with an ammo drop, flak cannon, maintenance unit, and turret mode. Then we've got Ra. Ra has got a flame spike, flesh of the sun god, living conflagration, and solar flare. And Haka has got 2 elbows smash, mare, and a savage mana. Someone says, "Whoa, wait, why is his HP so low?"
Because he got hit by
he did get
blast.
hit. Yeah, his max HP is 26. But he did get hit by the blinding blast. All right, so choose for me. Let's see who wants to discard one of those cards I just read off.
2 of them.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Fiddlesticks.
Yeah. Oh, darn it. All right, well, I'm definitely going to get rid of for greater good because I'm not going to use that this early. But do I want... Actually, let's see here. First time knife would be dealt damage. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of Infiltrate and Obfuscate as well because that's how I play. Don't shield me. I need my damage dealing cards.
I do love ammo drop, but yeah, I'm gonna hang on to ammo drop.
Yeah, especially if we're discarding all these cards.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Well, yeah, I'll get rid of the solar flare, and I think Flesh of the Sun God. At least that way I know I can put out the living conflagration, and then I can use the flame spike with that later, hopefully.
All right, and so remember how I mentioned her advance would be bad if it was a bunch of damage done citizens came out?
I did remember that.
Well, that's happening.
That's a thing. Man, if only I had chosen Absolute Zero.
We do have Flesh of the Sun God, which could be handy to leave Citizen Hammer around doing nothing.
Well, I did.
Did you discard? Why did you discard Flesh of the Sun God?
I actually explicitly called out why, so that I could play Living Conflagration and then use Flame Spike next turn to hit both Living Conflagration and Pyre. Anyway, so maybe that wasn't the best choice. I'm just saying.
All right, you do you.
Yeah, Flesh would render Dawn's challenge mode completely moot. Yes, that's true. And I had not thought of that. Thank you.
And Citizen Hammer, who is right there.
All right, so... Right, so are we going to try and do the whole, like, knock her out quickly, or do we want to get rid of Winter and Hammer? Or one of them?
Oh, we have to get rid of Winter and Hammer, like, especially now that you discarded that. We have to destroy those two.
All right, so I think I'm going to do my Conduit Blade.
Or, like, we can't survive taking 7 damage every turn.
All right, so we'll get rid of
Hammer. Well, we can for 3 rounds, and then we'll be dead.
Yeah.
But let Haka take 1 out with Savage Mana.
Okay.
So, and actually, I'll chip Winter down so that Haka can put Winter underneath. Actually, we should have done that with Hammer because Anvil can drag him out of the trash. Do you want to go back and choose a different one?
Sure. Actually, go to play a card, and then maybe I'll do Primed Punch instead, and that way I can be whittling them down without knocking them out.
Sure.
So this, yeah, I'll go after Winter on this one, get her down to 2.
Yeah, then Ra can take out Winter. As long as we have an ongoing... Yeah, you have Prime Punch, so we can sacrifice that to Sweat right now. And, oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the music is on. This one is one of the more low-key musics, so it is a little bit lower. But I also keep the music pretty low so that you guys can hear the sultry sounds of our voice.
I'll need Ra to hit Citizen Hammer. Ouch. There's that challenge mode damage.
All right, so if I hit Hammer with this, and then
shoot the other one.
I'm actually going to...
Well, with whatever.
Yeah.
You probably want to use that to get a card.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, I would probably hit Sweat because we're going to want to get rid of Sweat as well. I mean, since we have Savage Mana, we can take out the citizens generally quickly, so at a price.
Yep.
They say the music is pretty quiet.
I can kick it up a notch. Bam! All right. And of course, I turned it up right as it got to the part where it's like...
Hey, look, and there's Anvil. Quiet. So good thing we did that.
Nice.
All right, so we could destroy either one of these.
Yeah, Prime Punch is fine. All right, so I guess the question is, should I play my Focusing Conduit Blade, or should I hold on to it so I can play my Focusing Conduit Blade? All right, and then we're trying to get Citizen Sweat out of there.
I would hit Anvil. Anvil has damage reduction for everyone, so if we can get Haka to pick him up, then that would be good.
Great.
And then if we can just play ongoing cards and stay ahead of Sweat, I wouldn't mind that, actually.
Yeah, that's true, because my Conduit Blade has an On-Destruction, right?
But it's not an ongoing card.
Oh, it's not. It's an equipment. And the only other card I have to play is itself, so I wouldn't be able to play it even if it happened anyway. So.
We also want to destroy that Pterodactyl Thief.
Ooh, yes. All right, so my plan at this point had been to Flame Spike, just so that I could deal lots of damage. So is that still a reasonable... Should I go after the Pterodactyl with multiple instances?
Yeah, I get the Pterodactyl down to 2 or less so Haka can take it out. I don't think we'll be able to take out Anvil this turn.
Ooh, Wrathful Gaze. And, yeah, take the Pterodactyl down to 1.
Otherwise, it will steal our things, and it's the worst.
There's that Taeha.
As the chat points out, we have no way to know if Devastating Aurora is coming, but
that's true.
The breaks. Ours is not a team of deck manipulation. It is a team of damage dealers. 100%.
All right, what do you think? Haka or Knife?
I mean, yeah. Knife's just going to get the next one, so.
Yeah.
Probably Conflagration?
Sure. All right, so my assumption is that you're going to Taeha, and then you can actually get 2 of them?
That would be, yep. And I can get Anvil right now, so I would just need 1 hit point off of Sweat.
Okay. I might as well get out this neutralizer, excuse me, so that we've got something to do. All right, so let's see. If I do... Yeah, that's actually... I'm just going to use my base power. I don't want to kill that Conduit Blade, because I don't have anything else to play on it, so... I will hit Sweat.
Yeah, if it's Sweat, then they're all set up. And then you can just start hitting... I mean, you could hit Battery, I guess. But I would probably just start hitting on. So I'm going to play Gatling Gun, but then I'm going to use Modulize and destroy Gatling Gun.
Oh, good. Get to show off the power. Yeah, so this is cool. So you get this thing. Bunker's deciding what to do. Draw a card, play a card, use a power. And at first, the first couple times I used it, it was just, okay, I didn't have something I wanted to play, so I drew a card. If I liked it, I played it. And then I would use, I would hope that I would draw a card that would have a power on it that I could use. But you can do some really fun stuff with this power. Specifically like playing a card that's gonna, what was the thing that I was doing? I'm trying to remember the specific thing. There was like
auxiliary power source or something.
Yes, that was exactly what it was. Auxiliary power source.
Like play auxiliary power source, uses power or whatever. Like
Yeah, totally.
I am just gonna draw a card and I get another Gatling Gun. And I'll use a power. And one of the things with Bunker is you have to play a card. So like it's not optional. These things, you have to draw a card, you have to play a card, and you have to use a power. So if you don't have cards, like if I drew another external combustion, well, we're burning up. It's just gonna happen. Battery is annoying, but I guess we should also chip away at battery. If we're gonna take the citizens out, we'll take the citizens out. Then I guess I don't actually want to use external combustion, so I'm gonna play Gatling Gun. And I can pay for it, I guess.
Why not? Current strategy. 40 cards under Savage Mana, 1-hit KO. I have no problem with that concept. All right, so... Yeah, I mean, Scorched Earth is not something I want to use right now. So I think we'll just Blazing Tornado. And what do you think? Should I try and knock Battery down, or should I start going after Citizen Dawn? Or I guess the Velociraptor... Well, the Velociraptor pack is probably going to work for us in this game.
Yeah, the Raptor's going to attack Battery, so I would just hit Dawn and let the Raptor work on Battery for us. Until next round, we'll take him out. Alright, then Taiha, and we will Taiha away, and we'll...
Yeah, so for those who are just arriving, there's some questions. Are we playing challenge mode? We're actually playing ultimate mode, so we're playing advanced and challenge right now, which means that...
Which makes the challenge get +1 damage.
Exactly. So increased damage dealt by citizens by 1, and whenever a citizen card is destroyed, Citizen Dawn deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 fire damage. And of course, if she happens to flip, we'll have to get 2 extra citizens out in order to get her to flip back over.
Well, hopefully we'll have her under a reasonable amount of control, but I don't think she has Devastating Aurora in there somewhere, so we have to kill her probably pretty quickly at this point.
Yeah.
If and when she plays Devastating Aurora, we're in big trouble. Oh, good thing we waited for we didn't do that because the Raptors killed him. Yeah, this challenge mode thing, man, if I wish we had Flesh of the Sun God, it would have been so much easier.
Yeah,
we probably have a lot more hit points. Truth. Well,
I wonder who we're going to go after this turn.
Well, Truth and the Raptors.
Oh, right, yeah. All right, so, yeah, let's get that Prime Punch out.
You have Scorched Earth, which will be good to play, potentially.
Yeah. All right, so let me look at this here. Knight deals 1 target, 1 melee, and 1 energy, plus I've got a boost on my energy, so that would be 3. But he reduces damage to himself, right?
Yep.
All right.
The chat is roasting you a little bit there, Jeremy.
Yes, well... They're roasting me because I'm not immune to fire damage.
Exactly.
Actually, that was dumb. Why did I do that?
Why did you use Prime Punch?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Back up, back up, back up, back up.
Just use your base power.
Yeah, base power it is. And do we want me to go after Truth, or should I try and whittle?
Truth.
Okay.
We need to get him down so Haka can get him. I mean, and we'll want to kill the raptors too, but Ra will be able to do 2 there's actually 3 environment cards because one's under Savage Mana, so he'll be able to do 3 damage to everything. So I don't even need to hit Truth here with Bunker. So actually what I'll do is I'll whittle down one of the Raptor packs.
And then I can kill one of them with my Scorched Earth, and you can take the other one and Citizen Truth with Haka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, I don't even have to hit...
Truth in the Raptors
Truth.
was my college indie prog rock band.
Yeah, if I do too much damage to the Raptors, they'll get destroyed before Haka can eat them. So it's a little tricky here, but I think if I hit one of them, it's okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Hit one of them, and then Ra's Scorched Earth will kill that one, but just whittle the other one down.
Right. All right, and then I'll chip onto Truth because
why not?
I think, yeah, he won't get killed. He'll just be down to 1. And yeah, I think I'll discard for Gatling Gun. It's handy if you've got it going.
All right, so let's do this. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. There we go, and take out the Raptors. Not such a clever girl.
And then I guess don't use your power.
Yeah, I'm looking at this going, wait a minute.
I mean, we could do one more damage I could do more damage to Zindan if you take out the Raptor. We just wouldn't have it under Savage Mana.
Yeah,
Might
I mean,
be
the
better.
Raptor is less important than a Citizen. You know, like a Raptor in the trash isn't.
I would hit the Raptor.
Yeah, let's do that.
Then we'll do 3 more damage to Dawn. That's probably wise. Especially because Dawn is beating us down with fire damage all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's ultimate mode. It's ultimate squared mode, where you don't play the one card that could have saved you.
Yeah. You just avoid doing that. Hey, she's down to 75.
We got this.
+1 damage.
You know, it's funny. I was explaining to somebody just this week about how John and I, as the quote-unquote personalities on the stream, I was like, John's the strategy guy and I'm the doofus. I think was the way I described it. I don't remember exactly if it was like it was something with a D, and it wasn't dumbass. Although I'm sure some people think that that's when I am sometimes. But it was like, you know, that's sort of who we are as our yes. Do I want to prime puncher for 6?
Here's where we bring the pain decision down. Yes, max damage. I would Spring can just sit there. I don't care about it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, we don't have to worry about Spring, so I can lose that.
Especially if it costs 4 damage to us to hit her.
Yeah.
I don't know what For the Greater Good. That's going to deal you 4 damage.
Yeah, and it would only be... Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if I For the Greater Good now, it would be like the ultimate... Yeah, it might have been Dimwit. Thank you, in Black.
The ultimate Dimwit.
It might have been that, actually. Yeah, see, if I knew that I had a card to play...
Yeah, the problem is that, you don't necessarily have 2 powers you want to use yet. So...
Hold it off. All right, Obsidian Field, help us out here.
5. Yeah, that Connect Neutralizer is sweet. I guess you might have wanted to keep Prime Punch for its power, but...
I know, but like that 6 damage was so beautiful.
Yeah. Man, and I can go into turret mode. So I can go straight... I think, actually, I just want to go straight into turret mode.
That's what it was! No, it was modes! Oh, yes! I had so much fun with his power and modes, because you can do some stuff where you'll play a card, and it's a mode, And then you can do other. I don't remember the exact specific thing that I did, but I was so excited when I managed to work out.
Yeah, I mean, if you have turret mode in play, then you can use your base power as your last power to then play, play another mode.
Yeah.
Right, and sort of switch over into recharge mode.
Yes, I think that's what it was. I think it was literally turret mode, do a bunch of damage, then switch out, and then get extra card
I'm
draws.
gonna be in turret mode here because I have 2 powers to deal damage, and let's rock Dawn. Rock Dawn.
Rock Dawn and off.
So should I even hit Spring, or we should let her not die? Probably.
Yeah, I would keep her around.
Unless we have a way to save the hit, which I could. Haka could Haka of shielding on his turn and avoid the hit, but.
Yeah, I mean, for the 1 HP that she's going to bring back, I have no problem
with
her.
Then she's under Savage Mana as well, so... I'm going to have an extra hit, so I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do Haka of shielding and prevent the hit from Dawn, so...
Well, alright.
And you can't stop me.
Citizen Goofus wants to set his enemies on fire, but he has stopped to monologue. Citizen Gallant always just lights the fire straight away. I love our chat. They're so fun. All right, so yeah, I think I'm definitely staffing it up.
Oh, but now she's not going to hit Haka. She's going to hit Ra.
Ow!
I don't have to hit Spring, so it's okay.
All right.
Or we could just let her hit Ra. That's fine too.
Yeah,
hey, imbued fire.
If she has to hit
Except
me.
that's bad. It's probably overall better for us. Well, yeah, I mean, I could play Vitality Surge and then I'll be the highest, but then I won't have the minus. But then, I mean, that basically means that it only is net 2 damage to me, so I think it'll be worth it. I'm going to do it. If she plays Devastating Aurora, then that's just too bad.
Yeah. Lou Dolphin, that is my absolute favorite bastardization of that saying. If you give a man a fire, he'll be warm for a day. If you set a man on fire, he'll be warm for the rest of his life. It was all part of my plan, discarding that card up front. I wanted us to have to think of more interesting ways to
you wanted an extra little challenge here. Hey, here's the volcano. If only we had that card.
So DJ Matic wants to know if Chris and Adam are citizens Anvil and Hammer, which citizens are we? I mean, obviously Goofus and Gallant is a good one.
All right, she's halfway to hell.
Truth and Dare. Yeah, actually, that's not bad. Actually, you could be Citizen Truth and I'm Citizen Dare. All right, let's see. Do I want to skip the rest of my turn?
So we don't have a way to just get rid of the volcanic eruption.
Yeah, the question is who would be the best choice to skip?
Actually, probably Haka. Haka's or Knife, I guess, are dealing the least damage at the moment compared to Bunker and Ra.
Right.
And we also have no way to get rid of Channel Eclipse.
Yeah.
But so we just have to live with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with Knife skipping if everybody else has stuff that they want to do.
Go for it.
Citizens Brain and Brawn. Oh, yeah, Pinky and the Brain. Oh, totally. What are we going to do today, Brain?
Same thing we do every night. Play Sentinels of the Multiverse.
Try to save the multiverse.
I guess we could have potentially gotten Dawn down to 8 hit points by the environment turn. I don't know if we have enough happening at the moment. It's a thought. Do you think that would be possible?
You mean if you...
So she's at 36 on Bunker's turn here. I'll do 5 with Black Cannon and 4 grenade launch. That's 9 more. Should be down to 25. Ra could do Inferno for 5 and Tornado for 5. That's down to 15. And Haka can do Rampage for 6 and Taeha for 4. Yeah, we could definitely kill her with the volcano. We should rewind.
Well, wait, but hold on, though. Like, okay, so Taeha for how many?
She just needs to be down to 8.
Okay, we
right?
could kill. Yes, I understand we could kill her with a volcano. You also have Savage Mana, so if that can be the nuke that takes her out.
Oh yeah, we could probably even kill her with Savage Mana.
That's what I was saying. Is like without having to rewind, even I think we could still do this.
Oh, maybe. It would help if K.N.Y.F e hits her though. I mean, I'm just saying there's no need to. We can let K.N.Y.F e have her turn and do it.
All right.
Let everyone participate.
Everyone gets their participation trophy.
You could even use your card for the greater good. Just like pour it on.
Wonderful.
There you go. A card with the power. Just don't kill us all with incidental contact. I mean, you won't kill us with incidental contact, but you just hurt us.
Yeah.
And that would be okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to do this.
Yeah, like we might get this done before Haka's turn this way.
I was really hoping to draw something else. Because I obviously don't want to play that incidental contact.
Why not?
Well, do we all have enough to absorb it?
It's only going to do 3 damage. 2 damage. I guess 3 damage because you have +1.
Yeah,
it's just
plus
3
1.
damage to each of us. It's okay.
Alright.
And 8 to Citizen Dawn. Yeah, I don't think Haka is actually going to get a turn. Potentially. Because you're going to get to use both of your other powers. Oh, I guess only one of them, right? Because he used Battlefield.
Right, yes.
You could have got 1 more damage if you used Focusing Conduit Blade. But that's okay. Yeah, we're not getting to Haka's turn.
So I think the lesson that we learned tonight is that's why you discard your best card in the first round.
Well, I mean, one lesson that I think is it's easy to miss. Like, you see the villain at 40 hit points, and it's like, oh, you know, how long is it going to take to win? But, like, it's easy to not realize that you can win this round if you add up all the stuff that you can do. It's easy to play a little cautiously, so when you're at that point.
Especially because there's a lot of villains that don't even start with that many hit points.
Right. No.
Maybe not a
That's
lot.
not
There's certainly a few. Yeah, I mean, Baron Blade obviously is the perfect example because he starts with only 30 on his flip side, but he actually ends up with more hit points when he flips over.
Yeah, I wouldn't count Baron Blade because he has 70 in total.
Right, true.
And I think only the Dreamer has that few hit points. So,
Really? That's interesting.
not many.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it, but yeah, no.
And the Dreamer has obviously just 6. But anyways, yes, 5 hit points. There you go. Didn't even get to your power phase. So yeah, we still would have won, I think, if we had continued from after skipping K.N.Y.F.'s turn. But so there you go.
So the real message here is that Ultimate Citizen Dawn is a pushover. So I expect to see everybody posting how easy it was to beat Citizen Dawn on Ultimate mode once this comes out at some point in the future. I don't think we've gotten to our patented soon just yet, but we are, obviously, you can see, we're in pretty heavy testing at this point. We've definitely showed you several villains on challenge mode, several per week and for the last couple weeks. There is one challenge mode that I actually asked John if we were ready to show it off tonight, and he said, maybe not quite tonight. And that, of course, would be the Spite Gloomweaver challenge mode, where you basically play one and then immediately play the other without starting a new game. That one obviously took some more back-end work from the team, but it's coming along nicely. Oh yeah, Kargra, that was the other one that was a pushover last week. All right, so we're going to do another challenge mode for you guys tonight, and it's going to be one that no one has ever seen before. This is what Christopher gave me the go-ahead on. So your choices are Heroic Infinitor or Chokepoint. Those are two villains that up until this point did not... It won't let me switch over... Oh, is Heroic Infinitor not unlocked on my thing? All right, stay in here. I got to back out.
So as Jeremy was saying, challenge mode was actually released shortly after we released the video game in 2014. And Greater Than Games released a PDF that had all of the challenge modes for all of the decks that had been released at that point. But that didn't include some of the new decks like Chokepoint or Villains of the Multiverse or Heroic Infinitor. As well as, I think, Trickster Kismet is not...
Oh, I know why. It's because you ended up the king for some reason. Probably the network funkiness.
Oh, okay.
Screwed it up.
I'm the king.
John's the king. Hail to the king.
So those villains did not have published challenge modes in that PDF. And so when we were putting together challenge mode, we talked to Christopher and said, hey, we need some more challenge modes. So we've... been provided with those for Chokepoint and Heroic Infinitor, and we are ready to demo one of them for you tonight. And I think we're going to put it to the stream.
Yeah, the stream has already spoken. Oh, have they?
Chokepoint?
Yeah, it looks like Chokepoint. So let's pop that open real quick and see what that is. So, challenged, Steel Singer. Whenever a non-villain card is destroyed, it is put face down in the villain play area unless it is already face down in the villain play area. Whenever a card is put face down in the villain play area, Chokepoint regains 2 HP and deals each hero target 2 energy damage.
So the sharp ones out there will realize that the second condition will happen when the first condition does, as well as other times that cards get put face down in the villain play area. So anytime a non-villain card is destroyed, she's going to be doing damage and healing.
Yes.
Two damage to every hero target. So... and getting a bunch more stuff.
Yeah, so
are we ready for this? I haven't actually played this.
I have not played it either, so we'll give it a shot. All right, so let's see. As long as we're doing this, I'm going to bring up Termi-Nation Absolute Zero, since we tried him out last week.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
No, you don't think that's a good idea because of his power, where he gets bonus dealt damage to him?
You can try it.
Maybe. Well, how about this? I'll do an Absolute Zero, but I won't do Termi-Nation. I'll do the Elemental Wrath guy that I love so much.
Sure. I mean, you can do it. I'm just saying it might be...
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, so another hero that might not be the greatest one to use against this would be something like the Sentinels, because if there's going to be so much damage flying around, them starting with low is going to be tricky. All right, I'll go to one of my other go-tos, and I'll do Super Scientific Tachyon.
Okay. I'm going to go with, I think... the Wraith. And... yeah, you have to think about this challenge mode whenever a non-villain card is destroyed. So you're like, oh, I'll play guys. Well, you know, all of his cards get destroyed at the start of his turn.
Yep.
Right? So she's going to take those and hit you for that. So
Cytosine has a good point. If you bring Termi-Nation Absolute Zero, be sure to bring Visionary so you can twist that attack's ether to full cold, fire cold. That would be an interesting way to go, for sure.
Well, I could bring along, we can try that. I'll bring Visionary.
All right.
If you want to go Termi-Nation. We can see how that works. And you want to adjust the order so we alternate.
Or you could, since you're in charge.
I guess I have the power. I have the power. We haven't played a mobile defense platform, I think, lately, so I'm going to just arbitrarily choose that.
It has definitely been since the beginning of January, so that is fine. FPO AZ, FPO Chokepoint.
Them's fighting words.
Exactly. Fighting positional Omnitron.
Oh yeah, so the chat is talking about the weekly one-shot, which has gone up now, which is an advanced Vengeance, full Vengeance 5 game against a alternative Freedom 5 with variants.
All right, so Termi-Nation Absolute Zero.
Oh, did we forget to? I forgot to put challenge mode.
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
We never. Yeah, they.
Man, an Absolute Zero opened up with 3 of his Go Get Your Module cards.
All right, you're driving again.
I'm driving again. All right, let's bring up.
Sorry, I screwed it up, everyone.
Let's bring up Chokepoint. And what was I going to do? I was going to do Termi-Nation Absolute Zero first. And then Super Scientific Tachyon here. Is that how you had it?
I think so. And mobile defense platform.
MVP.
Maybe, I mean, you didn't see what all the other heroes had. Maybe I'll get a bunch of impromptu inventions.
FPO AZ, FPO Chokepoint. All right. Fingers crossed that I got 3 module installations again. Nope, I did not. Cryo Chamber, Impale, Isothermic Transducer, and Modular Realignment. Wraith, it's got a Combat Stance, Stun Bolt, Throwing Knives, and Trust Fund. Super Scientific Tachyon, Accelerated Assault, Quick Insight, Sonic Vortex, and Synaptic Interruption. Oops. And Visionary, Decoy Projection, Precognition, Prophetic Vision, and Suggestion. All the shuns. All right. So let's just, for anybody who just joined, we are playing Challenge Mode Chokepoint. The first time anyone anywhere has ever played this. Except for maybe Jean-Marc in testing. Whenever a non-villain card is destroyed, it is put face down in the villain play area, unless it's already face down in the villain play area. Whenever a card is put face down in the villain play area, Chokepoint regains 2 HP and deals each hero target 2 energy damage. Let's see what we got. Material Upheaval.
Well, it's not bad to start. There's nothing in our play areas. And I guess Visionary can take this. She'll probably get into her cocoon sometime.
She is drowning in that card text, yes. And that is something we've heard that, you know, especially with more and more stuff happening, that people want a way to hide that. It's definitely something that's on our list. So if that is something you would like, you don't need to contact us. We've gotten many requests for that. So we're hoping to put that in at some point. I don't know exactly when, but we will see. All right, so let's see. Do I want to impale immediately, or should I isothermic transfuse first? I mean, impale.
I would probably play impale.
Yeah, impale with my base power is already 3 damage, so
4.
4, right?
5 because of Nemesis bonus.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Cytosine says, say what you will about our challenge. Chokepoint definitely has the best hair of any of the villains, and that is absolutely the case. I'm trying to convince my wife to do something like that with her hair.
I'm going to get out good old Stun Bolt. Spite Agent of Gloom's card is pretty much full with text with challenge mode. He's like, head is peeking out a little bit.
So, I think I'm going to play against type here, and actually I'm just going to go ahead and Quick Insight to start.
It's not bad.
Supersonic, Nimble Strike, Lightning Reflexes. Alright, so I think she doesn't have targets, right?
No, just use a single target villain.
Yeah, so I think...
So if we can get Hypersonic and Throat Jab going, we can slow her down pretty good. Remember, your Synaptic Interruption is going to go to her if you destroy it, so it might be a good one to discard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Good. Alright. Let's see what we can find. Anybody else worth experimenting? Well, I guess I could potentially experiment on Absolute Zero, try to get both the modules out, but I feel like that's probably a pretty low likelihood.
Also a good chance of dealing yourself like 12 damage.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, and there goes one of my Lightspeed barrages.
All right.
FPO guises power. Add a line to the villain's text. If it ever overflows the character card, the villain passes out from lack of air and the heroes immediately win. I smell an April Fool's joke.
Let's see. I guess Precognition's not a bad play here. See what she's coming up with. Self-repair, or stripped resources, or ireful grasp. I'm thinking probably stripped resources at this point is not. I guess, well, empowered self-repair. She's near full, and she's gonna do 5 damage to the lowest HP, which is probably gonna be one of the bugs. It might be an environment target. And it might destroy the environment target anyways. Mm-hmm. So, what do you feel like? Would you rather strip resources on top or empowered self-repair?
Yeah.
I mean, there will be an environment card in play. The environment doesn't have. This environment doesn't have any cards that appear and then leave. I mean, it has one, but it causes another one to get played. So,
yeah, I don't know. What do you think? I'll go with whatever you decide. I'm not really sure. I haven't played her enough to know what the best choices are in most of these situations.
We'll go strip resources and see what happens. Maybe there'll be a bug. I don't know.
FPO or GTFO. I like it.
I'm going to use my power on myself to look for that Twisted Ether we've been so excited about. And there are none. So I think that hemorrhage can be discarded. And there's a mechanic. So yeah, she would have killed the mechanic anyways, so. Alright, she destroys environment card, so her challenge mode is actually going to go onto this. As well, which makes her heal and deal damage. It's 1 to everyone except absolute 0. And that's it, because it's already been moved to her play area. And I guess Wraith can take this. There's that impale. We just need to do that 13 more times.
No problem. Alright, let's see. Cold Blast.
Hopefully you get your null point at some point.
Yeah.
Or you are going to be dead soon. Yeah, I kind of really want to get a throat jab, so I'm going to go trust fund. Search for that. I didn't get that, but I got other things.
Well, you got an impromptu invention, so.
Yep.
So there's a bunch of joking happening, and some people still don't are still sort of a little clueless on FPO. That's a state. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a term of art from the design industry, where if you have to put something in so that you can see how something looks, but you don't have the final content, you say that this is FPO. You put a big, ugly FPO over it, which stands for placement only, so that you're just seeing how it looks, but you need to actually write the real content later. And so that's why we use it in this. It's actually mostly held over from the print industry, but because I spent some time working in print advertising, I sort of brought it over. I don't know actually how many digital companies use it in video games, but it's thinking Fachman Turner Overdrive. That's funny. Oh boy. All right. Let's see here. Has she been hit? She has been hit. All right. So,
if you're working in digital, I highly recommend Place Kitten instead. PlaceKitten.com will give you a URL that you can put in your web pages and we'll put a kit in there where an image would go.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Tachyon's going to experiment on herself.
The trouble with lorem ipsum text is that it often gets through to print.
It does, yes.
It's too good.
Yeah, it absolutely looks like real copy, and that's the problem. That's why usually when you use an FPO, you actually put it in like magenta and you make it like really big over top of the content so that you can see that you're not going to actually accidentally print it.
Let's see. I mean, decoy projection is interesting because like it saves the visionary, but it will cause harm for everyone when it gets destroyed.
All right. DJ Omatic says, how much convincing would it take for you guys to get one of Completionist guys' messages to say reference FPO? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
All right, I think I'm going to go with Prophetic Vision. Try to choose an environment card that won't hurt us. Shield generator, I guess. I mean, propulsion system is usually not too terrible, but it can be annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, shield generator.
Shield generator's fine.
And I'll keep looking for Twist the Ether. We got Foresight, which might help a little more with that. Yeah, I don't think I'm probably going to be playing much damage right now, so. A shield generator.
Where did that come from? Ireful Grasp.
Anyone with no equipment cards gets damaged. You don't have your HUD goggles.
Yeah, but thank goodness for that stun bolt.
And then she steals an equipment.
Yeah, I mean, I like my isothermic, but stun bolt is helping us out way more.
I can get another stun bolt though.
All right.
If I could have 2 stun bolts if I don't give it up. So there's that.
I mean, I do have my what's it called? My modular realignment. So, I mean, it is a a cost.
Well, you won't be able to
costly.
You won't be able to get it though, right? It's going to the face down in the middle play area.
Oh, right. Well, still, look. I mean, I don't have any of good ways to use that right now, so it's just a sort of setup for later. So
sure. And for our trouble, we get hit. There's that 5 damage.
Woohoo!
Good old reliable.
Yeah, alright, so my gut is that I would cold snap to get extra hitting. But
sure.
then in this environment, there's always the possibility of that propulsion system screwing us over. But
I wouldn't worry about that. You're only doing, you're not going to be doing a million damage.
We'll
and actually, propulsion systems, there's 1 copy and it's on the bottom of the deck.
Oh, there's only 1? Okay, cool.
But you still don't have a way to heal yourself.
Not yet.
All right, I'm going to get a utility belt going. And I guess Razor Ordnance. Just start, I guess, or I could infrared eyepiece and go for deck manipulation. Yeah, we'll just do damage. We'll do the Jeremy style.
Nice.
Especially if I get some pluses onto my damage, that's going to be good. Oh, another, double stun bolt is going to be really handy because that negates her reaction damage there on challenge mode. So
All right, so I assume we don't have any pressing need to get rid of that shield generator, and if we do, it does a bunch of bad stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it.
All right, so
Nimble strike.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna nimble strike, and then that way I can draw another card and hopefully start to figure out some research grant. I mean, I guess that's all right. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I think it's still gonna be Tachyon on the experiment. Ooh,
Hey.
all right, that'll do. All right, modular realignment, mega computer. Ooh, pushing the limits. Mind spike. All right, so then I think.
I play pushing the limits so that you get card draw at the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, right, and
And
the second one is lightning reflexes, so I can.
I get to play 2 cards.
Yeah, so I'll accelerated assault, and then probably sonic vortex.
And I would only hit her.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna hit the shield generator. Draw another pushing the limits and another fleet of foot. Fantastic.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna use foresight and try to find my twisted ether. I didn't find it, but I found mental divergence. But she doesn't actually play ongoing cards, does she? Nope. Oh my, I guess she does have. She has an ongoing card, but it's not what she plays a lot. But I'll hang on to that. And prophetic vision on top, sure. Not going to be the damage dealer this game, I don't think. Battalion Brute.
Shocking animation.
Whose equipment card wants to be alive? I guess it's going to be one of the Wraiths.
Has a maximum HP of 5. At the end of that, that card deals each hero target 2 lightning damage.
Gross. Well, yeah, I think it's just going to be on one of my cards, and we'll just have to live with it. I could stun bolt it. I could have stun bolt itself. But I think it's more useful to stun bolt Chokepoint, so.
Yes.
That 5 every round is pretty reliable. And then here's another 4.
Oh, except. Oh, no, good. The shield generator coming through in a clinch. Keeping that battalion brute in play. Excellent.
For now.
For now, yes. All right. Let's see.
Well, if you play and use Coolant Blast, then you won't have your bonus anymore next for. So you won't kill those environment cards. You'll still do a decent amount of damage with Coolant Blast, even though you've taken no fire damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, here's the thing. You could use your base power, and then Chokepoint will kill you on your turn. Is that what you want?
I mean, maybe. We're team here. Oh, there's my onboard modular installation. Okay, cool. So
I think you can do better by staying around. All right. Yeah, I think it's double stun bolt on Chokepoint time. Even though my Razor Ordnance is going to be shocking everyone. Usually I put like that shocking animation. For some reason I always end up having like a Staff of Ra to put it on or something that I'm going to destroy. I don't normally have to worry about it actually doing anything.
excuse me. Let's see here. All right, I have another pushing the limits.
Yeah, I don't think he'd have cards to play to keep it.
Yeah, get rid of that, and then... Oh, right, but then there's that.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Do you
but
want
she's
to
double stun bolted, so it was only 2. It was a 2 at net HP to her, but we're not going to take any damage, so
Sure.
I'm fine with it for now.
It's 1 to absolute 0. But
Oh, right, yeah.
0 to everyone else. So.
All right, so we'll start off with the Fleet of Foot, Frostbound Drain, Grappling Hook, Sucker Punch. There's the Twist the Ether.
Yeah, they point out that Tachyon could use Blinding Speed to destroy Shocking Animation, or you could actually, it actually doesn't have low enough hit points to use Sucker Punch on it. But you could Blinding Speed onto Shocking Animation if you wanted.
That's fine, because I'm not going to use either of the other ones.
Sure.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah, and actually, her thing only covers non-villain cards.
Exactly.
So that's,
Yep. All right. Oh, there's all the fleets. Fleets
Nice.
of feats. Isothermic Transducer. Another Stun Bolt. Another Sucker Punch, which I'm probably not going to use. And
I would go ahead and Sucker Punch that Brood. It's only going to do like 1 damage to absolute 0, right? So.
Yeah, all right.
Because she's double stun bolted, so. I mean, it does go in her play area, but I think that's fine.
And she heals.
But just 2. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Because she's going to be flipping anyway. She already had 3. I guess she needed 4. Now she has 4. Well, I don't know. We can destroy environment cards, potentially. Oh, I have Twist the Ether from all those Fleet of Foots. So Twist the Ether on Chokepoint. So now she's going to be at -3 damage. And I'm going to... So you've got your onboard module, so you can find your healing card finally.
Yep.
If you survive, but you probably should. So I'm going to start letting Tachyon discard cards.
And there's a light speed. Awesome. So, yeah, I'll get rid of that other Sucker Punch.
Each hero target 1 energy damage.
And there's one of the best flipped arts in the entire game.
Oh yeah, it's pretty rad.
Yeah, look, I'm just going to back out real quick so everyone can see that. Look at how... Oh, man. She has taken no SHITs from anyone. All right.
Yeah, the Wraith can have this, because you don't have, I guess, yeah, you don't have any of your things, so. And we can make that any kind. Reduce 1 damage, no problem. And she's going to steal, she can steal Razor Ordnance. I'm okay with that. And hit us all for 0. I'm okay with that. May as well make it fire. So you get a coolant blast point.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Yeah, see, that's the kind of strategery that I never think of.
You'd be like, whatever, pants damage.
Yeah, exactly right.
I want to see a cool animation.
Yeah, I'd probably pick, like, Radiant or Infernal. Like, what haven't I seen this game?
All right. We need to destroy a card. So who do we want her to hit less hard? Actually, kind of want her to hit Absolute Zero more hard now.
True.
Because we can make it cold damage and heal him up. So maybe Tachyon. Let her get her card back. Oh, 5 damage. I guess... Do I have... Yeah, if I had a cocoon, but I think, yeah, let's send it to the Wraith. We need Visionary to stay up no matter what, I think, at this point, so. And then type matters. It's only 3. Wraith can deal. Yeah, if you can get out your other module, you'll be back at full health before you know it. Because we'll just have Chokepoint hit you. I don't know if you want to use your base power.
Yeah, I mean, I've been dealt 1 fire damage. It's my last turn, so I could Coolant Blast for 1.
Plus Nemesis. That gunner is going to hit you, though. That's the thing. So
Right. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do that. Well, 1, yeah, because of the...
Yeah, because she's got one of your cards. Actually, I can make a computer and put that gunner to bed. I'm still going to stun bolt Chokepoint because we don't all have...
We've had 1 Tuesday, yes, but what about 2nd Tuesday? 11sies. Don't think they know about those, Pip. Alright, what do we got here? I still have another pushing the limits, so... What's my light speed barrage looking like right now? 15.
You should use it.
Yeah.
She's going to steal your pushing limits if you let it get destroyed. Remember.
Oh, I finally did a good accent that the chat approves of. Yay. So here's the thing. I don't necessarily do good accents. What I can do is good impersonations. So since I've heard that accent and I've heard those exact words, I was able to ape it pretty effectively. That's what it was. I'm not good at doing like a generic accent, but I can
Right.
I can repeat something I've heard before. So see, this is where I always get screwed up with Super Scientific Tachyon. Like, Research Grant might be the better play, but I love her experiment so much that I feel like I always want to use it. I think, let's see, are there even... There's 1 Lightspeed Barrage, 2 Lightspeed... So there is 1 more Lightspeed Barrage that could potentially get discarded if I experiment right now.
Or played. And we win.
Yeah. Like that!
There you go. There you go. And we win.
Boom! I'm very excited to have a 2 victory night.
It's been a while. The challenge mode.
It has.
Been tough.
Yeah, like we've been losing like crazy. And Chokepoint is not happy about that. She's like, I even brought the challenge mode tonight and you still beat me.
I mean, we brought some heroes with the intention that we would have a combo to win, and it worked out. I mean, we didn't actually end up using that Twist Ether really much, but it was a good team for that.
All right, yeah, so that was challenge mode Chokepoint. You saw it here first. Like, first. Like, that's one of those things where, my little pre-roll was not blowing smoke this time. No one has ever seen Chokepoint played like this ever before in the history of the multiverse.
And now you can play it on the tabletop, too.
So, yes, actually, I did want to mention, too, that our first game tonight was also recommended by Christopher because if you guys are not already listening to the Letters page, you should be. But tomorrow's Letters page episode is all about Citizen Dawn. So that is why we chose Citizen Dawn. Last week was Expatriate, of course, which is Citizen Dawn's daughter. And so this week is Citizen Dawn herself. And that should be going up. I think it goes up usually around 10 a.m. Central Time, I believe is the time they usually post it on Tuesdays. I totally freaked Christopher out when I was like, hey, man, we're going to be streaming in like 10 minutes. Can we show off one of the new challenge modes? And he was like, what? I forgot to post the podcast today? But he also didn't get the memo about the fact that we were streaming a day early. All right, so yeah, I don't think we're going to play a third tonight because we did play almost 3 hours last week, and I think 2 solid wins is a record I'm not looking to tarnish this evening.
Fair enough.
So yes,
you should show the weekly one-shot.
Oh, sure, I'll show the weekly one-shot. Let's head back to the
Normally, it's been a day old since when we go up on the stream, but it's fresh.
So the weekly one-shot this week is Twisted Vengeance. The Baron was first through the displacing teleporter, eager to finally put an end to his perennial foes. But when the crackling energies faded and clarity returned to his vision, he found himself in a strange location. As friction appeared, he snapped at her, "You fool! The coordinates have been corrupted, and why is the brute over there instead of with us?" A moment later, Freight Train did appear with his villainous team, yet he, or some version of him, was also standing not 50 meters away. Baron Blade ground his teeth as he spotted his old foe, Paul Parsons the Seventh, among the team of heroes, at once familiar and strange. "You? I killed you. No matter. You shall not stand in my way again. All our preparation cannot be in vain." This one-shot requires shattered timelines and vengeance. So this is an all-advanced Vengeful 5 versus Alt Freedom 5.
That's right.
And I haven't.
It is not easy. I'll tell you that.
Handelabra Games, are we ever going to see challenge mode in the weekly one-shots? You bet your sweet bippy you are. Obviously not until it's actually released. That would be really, really mean.
There will be challenge mode and ultimate mode in the weekly one-shot.
Definitely.
For when we feel especially charitable.
Yeah, so for all of you people out there who are bummed, who are annoyed with us for the fact that you don't have a full mint collection, get ready for the first ultimate mode weekly one-shot for sure. Yeah, it's not easy equals I stack the decks so that you would all lose. Because we all know that's what John likes to do. He meticulously picks every single card.
Every single card and every single possible play that you could make, I've foreseen, and I have made sure that you will fail.
Exactly right.
Exactly. That's my plan.
All right, where did I put my script here? Cool. All right, so as I mentioned at the top of the stream, I will mention it again. Please do, if you're not already, please follow us on Twitter at Handelabra, Handelabra, or check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/Handelabra. And the reason I'm asking you to do so is because we are going to be working with a higher profile streamer sometime in the next couple weeks, and we would love it if you guys would show up in the chat and, just show these people what the multiverse is all about. We'll be there in the chat answering questions, but having our community there to really show off how great the Sentinels community is and how welcoming we are would be really, really excellent. And we'll be tweeting and Facebooking and sharing what streams those are and when they will be broadcasting from our social media. And that's why you should follow those. And one other thing I did want to mention is we were talking earlier, I don't even remember what triggered it, but I've asked before for you guys to check out my personal YouTube channel. I do this thing called the Fastcast, and I've been lately reviewing a couple different things. Specifically, just recently, there's this new show on Netflix called the Santa Clarita Diet, which is absolutely amazing, and I'm trying to tell everyone I can possibly tell that you should watch this show. I had not heard of it until literally the day that it came out. It was not like a typical Netflix thing where I've been waiting for it for months, like, for instance, Stranger Things, which during the Super Bowl you probably saw that there is now a Stranger Things Season 2 coming out Halloween this year. But Santa Clarita Diet is like, it actually feels like, to me, a spiritual successor of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So if that's the kind of thing that you like, I highly recommend it. It's horror, it's comedy, it's terrific, it's a sitcom. Check it out. I review it on my channel, Fastcast. Anything of your personal stuff you'd like to push, John, as long as we've got people's rapt attention?
We have a travel blog if you want to check it out at waywardlovers.com.
Indeed.
There's a new post that's all about cats in Dubrovnik.
I
I promise if you like cats, if you are a human being that has a heart, you will like it.
I made a note for myself, Moloch dude, to update the channel bio. I did. Thank you so much. I will definitely be doing that before next stream for sure. Probably tomorrow. All right, so that is going to do it. Santa Clarita Diet is the name of the show. You should definitely check it out. So that does it for another episode of Sentinels Live. Sentinels of the Multiverse is the only cooperative comic book card game that you should be playing. Make sure to tell your friends. Thanks for joining us. We do this every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, except for tomorrow. This week we did it a day early. If you do enjoy the show, please do like, share, follow, and subscribe. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available on iOS, Android, and Steam, and always in good old analog cardboard and ink, and you can find more info about the game at sentinelsdigital.com. As always, I'm the Damage Dealer, a.k.a. Jeremy.
And I am the strategist, John.
Saying good night. We will see you next Tuesday. Thanks, everybody, and good night.